Right, let's see if this works. We're going to have a quick wander around the layout room and see what's going on. I've just this minute finished painting the backdrop. It looks a bit ropey at the minute, to be fair, but I think that's because it's not dry. I think it's going to be okay, but we'll give it half an hour and see what happens. But that's the UK level. This will be the American level here, and up here will be the Swiss, and it will go along the top level, around the end of the peninsula, along, climbing as it goes, back through here, and it will go back again as the second pass, carry on climbing round, back along, and then across a viaduct and along the other wall and out. But we've got some plans coming on that, so we'll look forward to seeing those soon. As we come round this, so the backdrop's just finishing, just drying off, as you can see probably. I've primed all the deck here as well, so that's ready for some cork road bed, and we're ready to go with some track after that. At the end of the peninsula here, I've used a 4-inch plastic pipe which I've split and cut to round off the timber at the end. Yeah, I think that's where it's a bit damp as well, but when it's going to be lit with the LEDs there shouldn't be any shadow on it, so that should work nicely, I hope. Yeah, we've got the the start of the spline. It starts to climb around the corner. Some bendy MDF, which is really quite solid. You can see that on the end of the upper two decks. It really does make a nice, I'm touching the wrong one. It does give a nice finish, a nice curve. And then I'll attach some more 6mm flat stuff along the edge, and the same here. I'm going to go around to the other side. It's a bit brighter over there, the window. It's getting a bit late in the day now, but the light is in completely the wrong place. You can see the light up there when I built the peninsula. I'm now going to move it from there. I'm going to put one in the ceiling here, one above the end, and one on the other side. And then hopefully that'll spread the light, but there will be LEDs all the way underneath all of these, so it should be nice and bright. And we'll follow the spline round. Here at this corner is I'm going to have Bearwind Station from the Llangollen line, I hope. The station building will be here. The platform will extend across the viaduct with the track. The road will be next to it. Will come up and over a bridge at the top, and also go underneath with a viaduct that goes over the river under the other viaduct. So, but I will have to take out this bit of the edge of the bench here, keep this member, but drop this whole thing down to get the level of the river a bit further round. So that's a bit of tweaking to be done. And this is what will be my workbench. It looks very gloomy at the moment, but as I say, it's getting late in the day. I've got no lights on, so this will all be lit up underneath with LEDs as well, so it'll be the same light. These corners at the end here will be rounded off with the bendy MDF. We've got some braces here that will help it, and they'll be the same over there. The single track comes round here and joins the main line at this section. It'll be a double track main line which will follow the curve round, but slightly above the single line. Will disappear into a tunnel and a hill, disappear through the hill and come out the backdrop the other side. We'll go across a bridge over the yard and then across to the staging. That's some 60mm garden stock. Went to find a home in the garden. This, now we're going across to the window. I don't think it's quite as clunky as it looks in some of the pictures. There is plenty of room to get through. I know Jimmy Lowe was a bit concerned that I might not be able to get and clean the windows, but trust me, there's plenty to get in there. No worries about that. We'll have to put some insulation at the bottom to stop the heat from the radiator. That is slightly, well, that is a much bigger piece of wood as well. I used the smaller stuff on the top too. We come across now to the other end. The bottom will be the UK main line station. Then there'll be another yard for the American in the middle. And up the top here, which is now going to be the 00 section, because I've got so much 00 that I really ought to use it. So I've really got no excuse not to. I've still got to put in another valance really for lighting above this section. I'm not going to put it above the centre peninsula with the Swiss, because basically this will be mountains almost to the ceiling. So I will probably have some light from somewhere else pointing at that. So, but over here it will need a roof, so to speak, to hang the lights from and give it a frame. But say that will be now 00 rather than the Japanese that was going to. I'll have to use some modular stuff in the garage, I think, for that. But yeah, 00, I have oodles of it. That's my 00 stash. That's stacked too deep there. There's an awful lot of it. So as I say, I've got no excuse not to use it. Here we are. We're coming round to the staging area. These are the bookcases that I've built in. They were just bookcases. I took the tops off so I could get underneath the benchwork to do the wiring. But I've actually attached them to the framework of the bench, so they're now nice and solid, and it gives the bench even more stability. But this will all be staging down this side. The 00 is probably going to be the far end of a branch probably, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. But this, the whole length, I think it's 11 feet, I think, by about a foot. So there should be plenty of staging here. There's a new box of Code 55 that I got yesterday. There's 30 yards in that box, plus the spare bits I have here. So I've got a fair bit to be getting on with. I need quite a few more turnouts. I've got a few, but I need a lot more turnouts, I think. But well, that's always the way. There's always, if it's not wood, it's track or turnouts or whatever. That's a roll of 2mm cork ready to go down as a road bed. And then back round, you see what will be Sopping Gussage, the station area for that, and the yard. This is the narrowest part of the aisle here. The rest is quite comfortable. This is the tightest it gets, but it will just be me in here for 99% of the time, so I'm comfortable with that. I will be putting, say, coming from the bendy MDF, there'll be more valance going along here, but underneath I will have curtain, so you won't see any of this storage underneath. These are the kitchen units that I used, and they do a very good job, because all the feet are adjustable. You can get it dead level before you start anything. But it will all be carpeted, curtains. it should be very nice. So look at the overall view of the room. I hope it's not too shaky cam, but I say the lights fading, but I've been decorating all day, so I had to wait till now. And I wanted to get the paint done on the backdrop. You can see it's starting to dry out now, so it doesn't look too bad. Again, you can't ever tell with these things. It's only emulsion, so you won't be able to tell till it's dry properly. And then you come back out the room to the landing, and with the door with a hole in it, which will be the booking office door. I'm going to narrow it so it's not square, and there'll be a shelf. I've strengthened the door because it's only a hollow floor door. I've put strengtheners in it now, so it's probably stronger than it was before I cut a hole in it. But again, another project. But there we have it. I hope that explains what I've been doing for the last, well, since January, February time. Thanks for watching. Bye.